I am Tom, and you are watching me play The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. Last episode we came to Oxenfurt. In this episode, we're going to continue searching around Oxenfurt. Here is the inn that I was told about. Here. It's the entrance, I guess. Okay, I'm not going to question it.
One drink all I had.
You'll choke to death.
Viva Redainian. Geralt of Rivia. Quiet down.
Famed Geralt of Rivia, you presume? Wealthy townsman. Okay. Didn't actually want anything, he was just saying, that's who you are.
Don't serve lushes, shavers, caretakers, or students from Philosopher's Hall.
Do I look like any of the people from that list?
Doesn't hurt to check, just so it's clear how things stand.
So what did they do to you, the students from...
Rather not talk on it, alright. What's your poison?
Gwent is my poison.
You play Gwent?
Not with just anybody, and always for high stakes. With you, I might.
I'll play on your terms.
Once again, I'll put in a timestamp for people who want to skip Gwent. You know, in fact, what I might do... Nah, I'll just put in timestamps, it's probably easier. Wow, 3 blue shrubs, that's always useful. And a spy. So I'm pretty happy with this, I'll just get rid of Sabrina. It's better. And I guess... this. Yeah, that was worth it. I'm gonna lead with the spy, because I always lead with the spy. Gave me 2 extra cards. Kinda crap extra cards, but what you gonna do? I'm gonna load my back row on the assumption that he's gonna try and... I figured he'd do that. The problem here being he may just pass if I go too heavy, but we'll see. Yep. So I'll run the round, but at what cost? On the plus side, I can now play the spy again because I got a medic. What did I draw Zoltan? It's fine. Do medic. Do the spy. So we're now on evil footing. Like, exactly even footing, essentially. So 5 is the highest. I'm gonna play Sheldon. The reason I made note of that, by the way, is that I'm in a position now where if I play a 6, in fact, yeah, I'm in a position where I should play a 6. But I'm in a position where if he has a Scorch, and if I play too many 5s, there's a good chance that he'll just Scorch, because it's going to be more beneficial for him if he can get rid of more of my 5s than he is his own cards. But now he's played a 6, fairly safe. Honestly, I don't mind too much about that. I mean, that's annoying. I think I'll do this on the assumption that I'm going to clear weather. Although he's probably doing that on the assumption I'm going to clear weather, so who knows. $10, 14, 12. Yeah, okay. So I still come out ahead if I clear weather, but do I do it now? Oh, he's cancelled my ability. I can't clear weather. Whoops. In that case, I have more cards than him. I think I pass. He's probably going to win this round. Well, he has to win this round, so he will. Yeah, but he's had to play a gold card. Useful. Well, that's less good. Although, still a 5 on my side of the board, that's always useful. Okay, that's useful. It protects me from Scorch. If he has a villain Trettenmirth, though, we're gonna have to risk the biscuit. Nothing I can do elsewise. Villain Trettenmirth is he's a dragon from the books, but he's a I don't think that's gonna help him much. He's from the books, but in Gwent, his card, you play him on the first row, on your melee row, and he wipes out the highest cards in the opposing melee row. Oh my god. So the problem with this strategy is that he is giving me a shit ton of cards, but... Okay. So I won. There was a lot of spies at the end there, though.
I don't like losing, but that don't mean I don't do it with grace. The card and the prize are yours.
You've been playing a while. Gotta know where I can find some interesting cards.
In Novigraad, there's Oliver the Innkeeper. He plays, though he's far beneath my level. Closer, in Velen, there's the barkeep at the inn at the crossroads.
You got Yennefer. It's a good card. See, the thing is... It's like that ridiculous stereotype. It's like, this barkeeper just knows, oh yeah, I know this... What he was talking about is the inn at the crossroads. So he knows an innkeeper here. I realised that my mouse probably isn't recording, so it makes... I noticed in the previous episodes, I could probably fix it, but... it's not much of an issue. This over here, this inn at the crossroads, he happens to know a barkeeper that lives here. In Novigrad, it's... I mean, maybe. It's Novigrad, it's the capital city, but this out of the middle nowhere bullshit place, and he knows the innkeeper. Oh yeah, us innkeepers all know each other. That's right, we all know each other. We go into the annual meeting of innkeepers. In any case. Am I going to do a... I can get my hair cut, but I don't particularly want to. I'm just contemplating. I'll contemplate off screen and I'll bring you back when I'm done. And we're back. So I've decided I'm going to do a quest here and then head up to Novigrad. The quest I want to do here is out this way. I'm going to swim across because I don't know... Since I'm leaving, they may just let me out the gate, but I don't want to run that chance. In the off chance they throw me out and then they're like, hey, we know you, we threw you out earlier. Because that kind of persistent running is something that the game is fairly good at. If it does something, it's fairly good at remembering a lot of the time, even if it's something seemingly inconsequential. Which is really cool, it's one of the reasons I love the game, but I want to avoid potential complications. So off we go out this way. What I'm doing, by the way, is based off... It was just the wind, I think. It was the quest that we got off the notice board, talking about the singing troll, is what we got the... I'm gonna kill you? Seems like it. Whoa. They do a shit ton of damage, so that's something. And they're at a level high enough such that, they're at a level high enough such that they can actually, like, I can't stun lock them with Whirl. And that may just be drowners in general, to be fair. I forgot how useful the slow time is on counterattacks. It makes it so it's pretty much near impossible to get hit. It may actually look like my game is lagging slightly. Come more over there, but unless they come deal with me, I'm not going to deal with them. I do enjoy just...
Cavalry from Nimna Valley, Paxi air, sword to sky, nil gods come, must die, die, die. You mans, here, Redainian camp army, no cross, no boat steal.
Redainian army? Where are you hiding them?
In here, me, no see mans? Join me, King Ravodid army, order God boats is.
Boats are in pretty bad shape.
Me, God boats, Red say, but no wood for to make a fence. Their boats, so me fence make a boats. Boats, God boats.
Fair way of doing it, I suppose.
Why'd you join the army? Someone recruit you?
Crude? No crude. Come good soldier mans. Say charger man wants boats. Peasanters, they steals peasanters' boats. What's the Trollololo? Dunno.
Think I do. Redainian seized some peasants' boats. Thought the peasants might try to take them back. What happened next?
Chargy man go. Soldier mans drink and sing. Lot sing. Listen, troll. Both. Come peasanters swing sharpie sticks. I help one army. Runner to runner. Holla peasanters. Holla soldier mans. Gentle. Move them apart. But all lie down. Soldier mans do. But order had me watch boats. And watch I. Trollololo soldier man now. Trollololo just sing too. You for sing you?
No thanks. Heard you earlier. But listen, where are the bodies? Don't see any.
Hungry go. Should no waste. Peasanters good food. Soldier man friends. Not so good big stew. Always good.
That's fair enough. Don't want to waste the bodies.
Guess I understand. Wartime rules?
Man's soldier man too?
No.
Trollololo makes man soldier man. Trollo, chargy man, say, bring paint, and man brings paint.
Paint? What are we talking about?
Paint! Paint! Red colory, white colory, city gods, no city go. Trollolo, what's boats?
Fine. I'll try to find some paint for you.
Good mans, Redainian army, no service forget.
Good old Trollololo. I will fast travel here, because it's so convenient too. For those of you who had trouble understanding the trolls, they are difficult to understand. But essentially, he tried to... These Redainian soldiers said, "Oh, a troll. He'll be useful for guarding these boats. No one will try and get them when a troll's here." Then the peasants came. And he tried to break up the fighting, as he said, "Gentle." But a troll being gentle is still somewhat rough, as it were. I guess they're not here. 6, 7... I think they're probably open by 8 AM. Yep.
What can I do with you for? If I ain't got it today, say the word and I'll have it tomorrow.
Good merchant. Ooh. Well, this is happening.
Wanted to play cards. Doubt we need to wait till tomorrow.
I'm gonna add Yennefer, and I'm gonna get rid of one of these. They're identical, so it's, no. Start game. Both Northern Realms. Interesting. Alright. Shelton's out. I'm gonna get rid of Biting Frost as well, because it's less useful against Northern Realms. I mean, it's useful, it's just not as useful. This looks like it may end up being a fairly easy win. The reason I paid this one rather than these other 6s is to mitigate Scorch. See, now if I play this one, I'm going to have 2 that are 7. But if he plays a Scorch, it's going to go rid of my 9, not my 7s. I'll pass here. He's gonna get 11 in 3 cards, which is pretty difficult. He's going for it, apparently. Why would you do that? I think he's just really bad at Gwent. Which, I guess kind of makes sense from a game perspective. Well, from a sort of like lore perspective, that not everyone is going to be as good at Gwent, but from a gameplay perspective, it's very strange. You have someone that's just straight up worse at Gwent. I can win without clearing the weather, but I'm going to clear it anyway. That was a quick game. Once again, description, if you want to skip it.
What can I do with you for?
Let me see. Might pick something.
Show me what you got. Look at this. Red and white paint. Red colory and white colory. Does he have anything else? He might buy some stuff. I'll cut this out. And we're back.
So long.
Once again, because it's a fast travel point right next to this troll, it makes it fairly simple for me to get back there.
Maybe, maybe not. Troll. Maybe.
I mean, it's not particularly far to run, you can just swim across directly here, but... Whoop. Missed the fast travel point. May as well fast travel when I can. Oh. Hello, troll.
Private Snake, report on order.
Just so happens I have some paint on me.
Oh! 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 Uh-oh.
What's the matter?
Has paint, but how? Dunno.
Might be a problem.
Man's how no. I order. Man's nose.
I guess I do. Depends what.
Birdo cutlery. Redania birdo. Shields like.
The way that they talk is very interesting. You've got to... It can be confusing the first time you sort of hear them, but you do get used to them. The main thing that the trolls do is that they don't differentiate between nouns and verbs. So, the way you were saying it before, he said like, paint I've got, but I don't knows how. He used paint once in the sentence, but he used it both as a noun and a verb, because they don't quite understand the sentence structures. But, yeah, sure, I'll draw you a coat of arms.
Guess I can give it a shot. Got a brush?
Beautiful. Pretty birdo.
Think so? As long as you're happy with it.
Man's good. Not like other mans take cues. What a pretty, pretty when men fall dead of horsey. Then make soup. Then make meat.
I think I just saw Witcher Gear.
No
I didn't know there was Witcher Gear here.
tasty meat.
Loot, loot, loot.
Next.
Cool. Alright. I've done that, because I love that quest. It's great. That's some man stew right there. I'll go back to Oxenfurt Harbour, and then I'll run up to the right, and I'll head up to Novigrad. Off the way to the capital. I do love that quest though. It's just this troll who is on his own sort of volition just decided that he wants to be a soldier. Witch hunter. Makes sense. The person who just called me a heathen.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, but you materialized in front of me. It's hardly my fault.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steel.
Yeah, the Redainians aren't particularly nice people. There's another teleport point there for Novigrad Gate. On the way up to Novigrad, what is the Novigrad Gate? I guess because it's the road that leads to Novigrad? I don't know, it's strange. Anyway. I can check a few things out on the way, but I think I'm just going to run up this road. If something comes along, I will show, but if not, I'll just cut out this run up to Novigrad. Oh, actually no, I won't. Not the first time I do it. If I'm running around later, I'll cut out parts where I've run through before, but... Oh, here we go.
Feast your eyes, brave warriors, upon the Basilisk, king of the serpents.
I don't know Basilisk.
Interesting basilisk you've got there.
Course it's interesting. Won't see a beast like this anywhere near here. They spawn only in the wild wastes of Zerrikania, from eggs laid by cockerels.
Cockerel eggs, you say?
Yeah, and what cocks they are. Lift their rumps like brood hens to other cocks. Eggs laid by such a cockerel must be brought to hatching by 101 venomous vipers. Then the young basilisk pecks its way out.
This basilisk is interesting. It's exactly like a wyvern. Young one, and ill-fed at that.
You talk nonsense, sir. This here's the most truest of basilisks.
Right, what do I know? I'm just a witcher.
Hold on now. If that's no basilisk, but some wyvern, what did I pay for? Give me back my cotton cheat.
Brave soldiers, don't push, or it'll... Whoa, watch out!
Who do you think you are? Hey,
Wyvern down.
and with that, You're fucked.
Guess the cage was as fake as the basilisk.
What happened to the...
Redania.
What happened to the showman? Did he run away? I guess so. I wasn't paying enough attention. In any case, I just got a bestiary entry, so I'll read that. Again, I'll put a timestamp in the description. For those not wanting to watch it. Got a few more as well, dogs. They say a dog's a man's best friend, but in these foul times, one best be wary even of his friends. Alfred Pancratz, beggar from Novigrad. Some claim dogs are reflections of their masters. A well-treated pet repays its owner with loyalty and trust, whereas an ill-treated one repays this treatment in kind as well, meeting yells with barks and kicks with bites. Since there is an abundance of bad men, so too is there an abundance of bad dogs. Most dangerous of all are the vagrant mutts who have lost all respect for men and develop a taste for blood and carrion. Draconids, wyverns. Anyway. I like that little star to disappear, and you have to do some weird clicking for it to work. Most dangerous of all are the royal wyverns, or as they're called in some circles, the royal pains in the arse. Albina Tuttlekumpf, lecturer in natural sciences in Aretuza. Aretuza, I believe, is where female mages go to study. There's Aretuza and there's... I can't remember the name of the other one. But there's two sort of magic schools, one that the women go to become sorceresses, and the other one the men go to become wizards or warlocks. Like Deathmold. Wyverns are often mistaken for dragons, and though they are much smaller than the more famous kin and do not breathe fire, they are likewise extremely dangerous monsters. Especially feared are the so-called royal wyverns who, like their namesake monarchs, are exceptionally ornery and extremely deadly. Yep. That actually doesn't really look like a wyvern. I don't know. So that's fine, necropages are fine. Ogroids, neckers. Take heed, gents. There's neckers under this here bridge. If you all cross at once, without slowing or stopping, there's nothing to fear, but if your cart throws an axle, you get stuck up there, well close your eyes and pray to him a little. Kurt Hammerbrandt, city guard of Vengerberg. I don't know if that's a Vengerbergy accent, but whatever. The only one I have for reference is Yennefer, I think. So, shouldn't sound like that, but she just sounds like all the sorcerers sound. They've got that sort of learned English accent. A lone necker is harmless, 5 are dangerous, 10 can kill even a veteran monster slayer. Particularly troublesome are the larger, stronger individuals known as warriors, as well as the rare breed of neckers known as Fukas. And finally spectres, we have Night Wraiths and Plague Megans. I got both of these... I think these entries came from when I got a book from... what's her name? Tamira in White Orchard. Night Wraiths exude this immense sadness, this helpless wrath. I fear them, same as any, but most of all I feel sorry for them. Aline Altspar, Elven Troberits? I think it's similar to a troubadour, but I could be wrong. Compared to other creatures of the night, catechins, neckarets and werewolves for example, Night Wraiths and their rarer cousins Dusk Wraiths might not seem all that dangerous. After all, one might ask, how much harm could a pale, withered woman in a tattered dress do? The answer, quite a bit. Instead of finding this out the hard way, avoid crossing fields and meadows at night at all costs. Like Noon Wraiths, Night Wraiths are only found in rural areas. Travelers fall victim to them most often, but if legends are to be believed, they also sneak into huts at times and murder peasants in their sleep. When they attack, Night Wraiths remain immaterial for most of the time, meaning physical blows pass right through them. They only take on more tangible form for the brief moment in which they strike. When they strike, I didn't see the full stop there. When weakened, they will create several projections of themselves which cannot attack directly, but act as transmitters of sorts which the Night Wraith can sap their victim's vital energy. Night Wraiths can turn immaterial and are in such times very difficult to wound. In order to force them to take on corporeal form, trap her with the Odin sign or hit her with a blast of Moondust Bomb. Do not believe the old wives' tales and think yourself completely safe from Night Wraiths during the day. They appear under the light of the sun as well, but are much weaker than after the dusk. and plague maidens. Patients seem to have hallucinations of a woman covered in scabs and boils, with rats scurrying all about her. These ravings subsided after administration of henbane and poppy extract. Joachim von Gratz. He's a character we meet later on. Joachim von Gratz notes, Vilmerius Hospital in Novigrad. We actually meet this guy. Let's spot him. When plague ravages a region, a spirit will sometimes walk its land, a ghost resembling an ill woman whose flesh rots off her bones, and in whose wake crawls a cavalcade of rats. No one knows whether this spirit brings the pox with her or if is merely drawn to it like a moth to a light, yet it is certain that she delights in dealing pain and suffering, in hearing the howling and moaning of men. Many have called into question the very existence of plague maidens, or peste, as they are sometimes called. Only 2 sightings of such a creature have ever been recorded, both during times of a raging epidemic. As the name Plague Maiden suggests, these wraiths take the appearance of females, though exactly why this is remains a mystery. Some speculate they, like other such spectres, arise from a powerful emotional charge associated with certain circumstances of death, such as death preceding by a long or particularly painful illness. Not much is known about how to fight a Plague Maiden, though one can assume they possess many traits in common with other phantoms and wraiths. They undoubtedly pose a great danger, though the Witcher's immunity should at least prevent him from catching the contagious illnesses they carry. Alright, so that's done. And if we cut it out, we're now back. We're sort of getting up there in time, but I think I'm going to run all the way to Novigrad before I end this episode. Because I like Novigrad, and I like to be there at the start of next episode, so we don't have this episode of just running.
You heard. Adrian soils yielding pots.
How's that?
Simple. Every patch that harrow, some clay pot pops up. Farmers
Sorry, just listening to the peasants as I'm running by, so I'm not talking. That's weird. It's the first visual glitch I've had in a while.
Why don't you all just...
It may be supposed to be like oil or something.
Place my hope in the eternal fire.
Oh. Well,
You'd be
hello.
so pale if you ate onions and oil.
Well, you shouldn't be out here in noon, should you? Oh. Level 71. This could take a while. Who need a song? Whoop. Or it may not take any time at all. It's also a possibility. Instant kill makes a lot of these high level things a lot faster. Because there's a problem with like high level enemies in such that problem isn't probably the right word. It's designed to sort of stop you doing it. They're killable. It's just that, sorry about this mouse movement. My mouse is going haywire for some reason. They're killable, but they're designed in such a way that they have huge resistances. When they've got that sort of red name, which I think is when they're over 7 levels higher than you or something similar. They get to a certain point where they're so much higher level than you that the point is you're supposed to run away. But when you've gone through the whole game and you have everything unlocked, you can still take them on fairly easily. What's up here?
We'd have done better to burn the blasted barn to the ground.
What's all this?
Not your concern, that's what.
Not an expert or anything, but you two look like you could use some help.
Aye, it's true, we could. Barn's full up with some manner of beast. Bar them inside, but that won't hold long. And we'll be in a world of woe once they're loose.
We're not rich, but cut the filth down, and we will pay you.
Sure.
Fine. I'll try to help you.
We'll let you in the barn, then open the doors once it's over. Quick, Master Witcher, or they'll get out!
Ghouls. Eating something.
Ugly bastard.
They do a lot of damage. I can dodge them for a fair while. What I need is a good world. Whoop, whoop. Because once again, these guys are high enough level that they essentially out-level me. So they'll be doing a lot of damage. Although their healing, thankfully, isn't too high. Whoop. Whoop. Yep. Actually, their healing is significant. Oh shit. I killed a few of them. I think this save should put me directly back into the ghoul fight, hopefully. There we go. Alright, well I'll cut this run out. Be back with you very shortly. That was cool. Alright, I'll cut yet again. And we're back. Alright. Now I should be careful here. See, my time intensity isn't high enough to set them on fire, which means I have to rely on instant killing, essentially. There's one instant kill. Woo! Sorry for my lack of talking, but this is difficult comparatively. I have the, I have the leeway of being able to take 2 hits. But 3 hits now. There we go.
It's done. Open the door. Corpses. That's what drew the ghouls.
They obviously killed someone. Whew! I'm gonna have to meditate after that. Jesus Christ. Lots of small enemies is harder than one big enemy, that's for sure.
Use that barn as a cemetery.
No. Why'd you ask?
Found human remains inside. Several sets. They're what drew the necrophages.
They was bandits. When it was just coin they took, we lived and let live, so to speak. But when they dragged Hetty to the barn, we wouldn't take no more. Grabbed our pitchforks and... well, you've seen how it ended.
Next time you kill someone, bury the bodies. Deep. Need to take care of these, too, or they'll attract more corpse eaters.
We'll do it. Thank you, Master Witcher.
Job's done.
True enough. Here's your pay. And thanks for your help.
Farewell.
Cool. And there's a merchant set up out here as well, which is interesting.
Greetings.
Salutations! Whither do you come from, and where will you go?
Hard to say. Seen a lot of the world and plan to see more.
As have I, as do I.
Cotton Eye Joe.
Nice area. Business booming, I guess?
Travelers stream north, many refugees among them. They lack for near everything, so I make ends meet.
Any dealings with soldiers?
A bit of trade, a bit of bribery, extortion too, at times, but all in all, I finish ahead.
See, like, this really well-rounded merchant, who's just a random ass
Take a peek if you
merchant.
don't mind.
It's great. Well, I say really well-rounded. He's, compared to what everything else is, he's very well-rounded. He doesn't just say, what do you want? Here's some bloody shit. I'll sell you some shit. I don't know why no one buys roasted chicken leg. It's really weird. I don't have much to sell to him.
Farewell.
We'll meet again. I know this.
Alright. I'm heading to Novigrad. I guess I'll head this way. Then head up. And finish, like, here, probably. Yeah, probably. What is this down here? This is the circus!
I think I'm coming down with a fever.
I know this from... It's a DLC quest. It's just funny that it's there, though. It's, like, you see things in the world that you know from future quests. Also, my silver sword is broken, so I'm gonna hurry and repair that. How bad are you? 41. So that probably do me. I'll do a small one too. That should put you at 100. Yep, 96. If I was wise... Oh. What's this?
You mean to patch your hen out? My granddad once returned from his travels with a book. Fetched enough to buy him a home.
Stop chattering and help me search. The truth is, we're already dependent on the Black Markers, economically.
Greetings.
What is it,
Don't mind him. Sit with us.
You're most welcome to. Though be warned, we're in the middle of some serious studying, as our learned companion calls it.
Thanks. Be happy to join you.
What do they call you?
I'm Geralt of Rivia. I'm a Witcher.
They call me Rufus, and this here learned fellow is Theophile Maria Roscoe, and this is... sorry.
Manfred. I'm Manfred.
Exactly. Geralt. Heard that name before. You frequent the fairs?
Nope.
You've confused him with Gerard, the stage artist who indeed attends fairs and breaks wind to the tune of popular melodies. To the delight of the crowds, I'd add. Our guest is none other than the White Wolf himself.
Well, my apologies. Ain't you the one that... You know, the rumours about Foltest's death?
No, wasn't me. Any news? Of the war, for instance?
They say the Black Ones will mount a new offensive soon to cross the Pontar. I bet diamonds to peanuts Radovid won't manage to repel this time.
Such a shame Henselt perished in Lormark. Blasted dragon slayer.
Right you are. With Henselt alive, Nilfgaard wouldn't have had it so easy in the east.
The Emperor's sure to take Novigrad soon. He'll seize the Temple Vault, the City Armada. The West will be all but his as well.
You know a lot for an ordinary merchant.
I do. What of it,
Just that it makes me like you even less. First you ask about the message I'm carrying. Now you say you're waiting for Nilfgaard to cross the Pontar. You better come with me. I know some people who'd want to talk to you.
You'll have to kill me first.
If needs must.
Relax. A misunderstanding. That's all this is.
Hold him, Witcher. I'll find a rope.
Ha! Not a chance!
Sorry, not about to get involved.
I'll fucking manage on my own!
First one ring. Smart.
You'll choke to death on 3 pounds of steak. One Nilfgaardian mole less.
Can't actually know he was a spy.
Oh, he was. I know him on sight. Seen my share. On your way now, you're no use to us. Fucking neutrality. Fatherland needs to be defended.
Fucking neutrality. There is something in the Witcher Code about neutrality. Political neutrality. Although,
had it right.
I do like this quest because it is entirely unclear. I had a purse full of Nilfgaardian florins, but so do I. I mean, it's likely that he was a spy,
To death on 3 pounds of steel.
but there's no proof of it. And the game leaves that entirely unanswered. It's great. I love it.
Crawl back under your rock.
Oh, wolves. I'm gonna keep running along the road, and hopefully they...
Stench.
We're yelling for help. Huh.
You're a fierce one, but you've fairness in your eyes.
I have a feeling that may have been because I killed the wolves and he was screaming for help. I think the general populace have like a... Do I take a left or a right here? Either. I'll go left. The general populace, I believe, tend to have a... If they like help and then you kill something, they often have a line that's like nice to you for that purpose. Is it Neckers? Yeah. I'll leave them alone if they leave me alone. I might come back and kill them later, but... I think there's actually a nest around there somewhere. So I'll be doing it when I do points of interest. Abandoned house, I guess. Interesting. God damn, is this game beautiful. Look at that. I love it. CD Projekt did an amazing job. Particularly like when you talk about the scale of this game compared to like The Witcher 2. It's just insane the amount of production quality goes up. Cognac goose.
What?
Herbologist.
Got anything in?
Apparently I've already bought from him, which I don't think I have, but I guess all the herbologists may actually be... There might be a few herbologists that are quote-unquote the same herbologist, like they have the same inventories.
Farewell.
I don't know entirely how it works, but we're pretty much in Novigrad now. Stay out of my way. So I'm gonna go back here. Meditate till morning. So I can get all that stuff back, and I'm gonna call it here. Oh, hello, Strumpet. Wanna dip your dingo? No, I don't wanna dip my dingo. Alright, I'll leave it there. I shall see you next time. Thanks for watching. No, I don't want to dip my dingle.